part of me really does wish sometimes, and I really do, that I just would have gotten out of high school, gotten married, and maybe just settled down. But maybe that's a lie. But I say all that and not chased, and I say that because I chased the degree, I chased the money, I was chasing. I wanted to chase throwing, I wanted to chase this or whatever. That's what I chose to embark on, and I'm still okay with that. But part of me thinks about, what if I would have had a family? My priorities would have been completely different, and if I would have decided that I just wanted to have a family, and that was one of the more important things. And then everything else, if I would have done that, I think everything else would have fallen into place eventually. It would have been frustrating or what have you, but I don't think that that would have been a bad decision. And some people make the decision that that's their family or whatever, and that that's important. And I look at people my age. Right? And a lot of people my age, fellow classmates and stuff like that. And I look at their people I played football with, and I look at their physical acumen now, right? They're gone. They're gone. I mean, they're gone. Like they'll, and the statistics will say that after the age of 30, motherfuckers will never run a sprint again, which is very, very depressing. I think that I hope that the statistic is, even the gym rats, some of the guys that I trained with, I hope the statistic is a little bit higher than that, and that there's a little bit more hope. But a lot of guys, they're they'll never go to the weight room again. They're not even worried about going to the weight room. They're going to come home after work. They're going to have fires. I won't say that they're going to get on the couch and drink a beer, but they're going to have fires to put out, more fires to put out. They're going to have to do this, or they're going to have to fix this, or they're going to have to do that. They're going to have more work to do. And unfortunately, training is not fit into that block. It's just not fit into that. That's not to say that they gave up or what have you, or that they don't want to still train, but it's just not a priority. And it's such a fascinating it's such a fascinating, because I don't think that people give up. I don't think that especially guys that are virile, and especially like any athlete, wrestling, track, or whatever, I don't think that they just gave up. I think that they failed to realize the value of where that is in their life, and they stop doing it for X, Y, of Z reason. And I think that that's okay to a certain degree, because a lot of the times when we talk about this archetype of person, they have a wife, they have a kids, or whatever. They do have other priorities, and they do a good job of training. Me on the other hand, I can't talk about. I'm not going to sit up here and talk trash about this hypothetical person, or these types of people that I'm talking about, or whatever. It's because their priorities changed. And I'm a single male. Yes, I do have responsibilities. I have bills to pay. I have student loans to pay off. I got this thing, that thing to take care of. I got a lot of things that I actually have to take care of. I can't completely be reckless, but do I have the responsibility of a little one? No, I don't. And I have to appreciate that. And I think that that's the beautiful thing of why I can come out here and do this. But I do this because I love I like chopping up the videos, and I like being able to go back and review. I don't do this for clickbait. I don't do this to have some girls on talking to me that I would probably never talk to in a million fucking years, probably would never come close to, just by the way that they dress, straight up, and the way that I operate, would never associate myself with in a million years, and ask them this question or that question, or OnlyFans, blah blah blah. I would never associate myself with the. I don't care. My people are doing the young ass, and or lifting some young ass, and there are some attractive girls out there that do lift or whatever, that they're focused, but the ones that are serious know that there's a difference between the bullshit, and what I mean by the bullshit is there's a difference between doing it for show and then doing it for themselves. But the problem is that they get, and with a lot of girls, right, they get caught up in this attention thing. They get caught up in this attention thing. And even me sometimes, or whatever, I thought about, and there's a guy, I'm not going to say his name, but he gets a lot of attention for just doing videos sort of like this or whatever, and he looks very, very good. But I don't care enough to inject myself with steroids and then do those types of workouts, because that would actually take away from my end goal. And my end goal is to is athletic output. It's not my. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to sit here and say that aesthetically. I don't want to. I don't want to look. I'm not going to sit here and lie to myself or whatever. But my end goal is to move the hammer. So there is sacrifices to be made with that. So that is, I have to realize that that's going to be sacrificed for my happiness equation. It's just a fundamental thing. It's just going to be sacrificed for my happiness equation, and I'm okay with that to a certain degree. I'm really okay with that. I am incredibly blessed, and my biggest thing that I always say is that it would be sad for me to grow old and not see what my body is capable of. It'd be a very, very sad thing. It'd be a very, very sad thing. It would be. So I take all these things into consideration, and it makes me very, very frustrated that these people talk or whatever, and they're like, get your money up, do this, and you need to do that, or what have you. And I'm just like, makes me so damn frustrated, because money don't do shit for my happiness. Money would solve problems, but my happiness is being able to come out and challenge myself every day and be able to move the ball every single day, run a little bit, lift a little bit. My happiness is, and I get more joy out of that than I would just a dollar, or me doing this for money, or I need to be doing this side hustle, and I need to be bringing in these girls so that I can sit in that, so I can have the money to have 5 hoes and be sitting next to a bunch of Cornstars, so I can get myself an OnlyFans model. I don't give a flying fuck. Guess what? I'm a little smelly sometimes. My shoes definitely smelly. I like to lift motherfucking weights, and that's that. Okay, life goes on. I mean, maybe I should care more about certain shit. Maybe I should, but I don't. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And the difference, the biggest thing that I've had to realize with this conversation, the biggest thing that I've had to realize is that I can't pay attention to these dudes. I can't pay attention to these dudes, and nobody should pay attention to anybody that they haven't reached anything that you want, that they don't actually have anything that you want. Yes, the girls or whatever, blah 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 blah, but they could claim to be able to pick or be able to sleep with whatever because they're high value men or whatever, but where's their wife that you would show that this is my, and not even show off or whatever, but I have a wife and I'm faithful to her, and this is why I'm if that's not what's on the, that's not what's on the agenda. It's Playboy party man shit. It's Playboy party. It's let's bring in the girls or whatever, and it's just, I get the increase your wealth, and you increase your value, but like, why would I spend all my time and attention on that? You can't. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I do the best I fucking can. I think that I do the best I fucking can every single day. I'm on it. I mean, I could always be better. You could always grow or what have you. You could always improve. But for me to take some people's advice, and because it would solve my problems if I made more money, and if I took some steroids or whatever, like, no, it wouldn't solve my problems. Like, it wouldn't solve my problems. Like, yes, I would get more clicks, I would get more views on here, but guess what? That's my whole point, is that I didn't do this to get more views. I did this for the person that's going to step into my shoes and going to have to think about this shit realistically, and think about some of these hard ideas that you have to come to grips with, and know that there's not somebody there to have the conversation with you. There's not somebody there there's somebody, and I'm making these videos so that somebody, maybe one day, maybe a kid younger than me, maybe a kid my age one day, maybe somebody even a little bit older or whatever, but they can have these hard conversations that you have to have. And me being by myself and me throwing, it allows me to have some of those tough and deal and work out some of these tough things that are extremely hard to work out. And at the end of the day, that doesn't get you clicks. It doesn't get you fucking views because it's real shit. I don't got a corn star on here with me, and I'm not jacked up on steroids. I'm not. Congratulations. If you go back and actually look at some of my videos, I will admit that this shit is monotonous. This is some of the most monotonous shit that you can. But real success is monotonous. It is. Real success is monotonous. It's a steady, slow. It's a steady, slow pump or what have you. And the clicks that, and even, and I'm not gonna once again, even the girl who talks about anybody that's in the red pill space or whatever. I have to ask myself, what result do they have that I want? And even though they're saying a bunch of crazy shit to get clicks and get views or what have you, some of them have been demonetized currently. And I just say, was it worth it? You got your 30 seconds of blue, 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 blue. You got your 30 seconds, but now, do you have something that's sustainable? Like, do you? Because YouTube just monitor, like, you got that streaming, that's gone. I'm sure people still like you or what have you, but I mean, you had this quick route or whatever because you did clickbait shit instead of talking about shit that was real. And that's the difference between somebody like an Elliot Hulse, I'll say, or what have you, and even I don't know, I'll just say somebody like him versus other people is what I'll say. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. So you got to look at it, and that's constantly what I look at is, yes, I could do this and get more views. I could do this or whatever, but is this even really about the views, man? If you do this for the views, if I did this to pick up chicks, if I did this for the money, well, you're fucked. You are fucked. So that's my 2 cents on that. That's my 2 cents on that because I struggle with it from a little bit different perspective. But yeah, that's what it is. But anyways, there's some really, really good ideas going on with the training. Some really, really good ideas. The distance. This is one of those days where I can live with myself I'm going to sleep good tonight because, yes, the distance wasn't there, but some of the movement patterns, some of the patterns that I'm putting together, stringing together here on some of these throws are excellent. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm going to continue to try to put some of these together and refine them the best that I can. But yes, it's been after yesterday, that was a shitty ass practice, but it's been a slow grind. But we're putting them together. But I think my body's a little beat up, but that'll be all right. We'll continue marching on. But that's just about all I got. You already know what the deal is. Run on your toes, keep your mouth closed, lock your doors, and save your throws. Most importantly, live to fight another day. I'm gonna get out of here.